In 5th grade, a lot is about fitting in. You don't want to be the odd one out. Sometimes this can be a good thing. Within Penn class at KIPP Elementary School, there's a strong sense of belonging to the pride of 2024. Together, the class goes to gym in the school cafeteria, walks through the halls as a pride, and, of course, attends class together. And this sense of belonging isn't just a sense. Each wears the same uniform, imprinted with the school's ubiquitous logo. But just because the tight-knit group wears the same sweatshirt around school, there's certainly no lack of personality within Penn class. And with this personality comes a uniqueness that manifests itself in the stories of Penn class. Milagros Aliman, she's the sassy one of the group. When her teachers aren't looking, and even sometimes when they are, she pulls her signature playful smirk. She can't help but to goof off with her friends as she leads the pack through gym class. But when it comes to helping out around the classroom, Milagros' sass melts away. She is always there, and doesn't just clean up because it's required. It's because she genuinely cares. Mom always does the cleaning back at home, she told me. But I'm here at school for 8 hours a day. This is my home. So I gotta clean up too. Milagros is a hard worker in everything she does, both outside and inside the classroom. Tyson's just as hardworking, but he can be a little quieter. After he finishes an English worksheet or math problems, he pulls out his folder, a spare piece of paper and a pencil, and begins to draw. His friend Diego created this picture on the front of his folder for him, and while his friends start to talk or read after they finish their work, Tyson uses his pencil to copy Diego's drawing onto a piece of paper. But in science class, Tyson isn't quiet at all. He raises his hands to answer every question asked, and nails it every time. Even though the class hasn't yet studied photosynthesis, here Tyson's telling the class all about how plants produce sugar and oxygen using carbon dioxide and the light of the sun. During lunch, Tyson might seem reserved at first, but it doesn't take too many jokes from his friends Caitlin and Charrier to make him crack up. Now Tanaje is the firecracker of the classroom. She definitely doesn't hide what she's feeling. And when she's displeased, you know it. But sometimes Tanaje struggles to stay focused, so she often does her work separate from her classmates. This isn't easy for her, especially today when she felt wrongfully accused of talking during class. "Everyone's against me," she whispered to me. "Can you call my mama?" But after she wiped a few tears from her cheeks, Tanaje, ever the personality, still made her friend Marcus crack up during class with her crazy impersonations. Gabriella is shy, but at everything she does, she works so hard, and her teachers recognize how much effort she puts into school. But she doesn't just do her own work. Gabriella's friend, Yennefer, speaks Spanish and is newer to English, so after she finishes her own work, Gabriella translates her friend's homework into Spanish, and then helps her translate her answers back into English. The two stick by each other's side. Gabriella knows her best friend understands her even without language, and Yennefer knows that Gabriella is committed to her learning. School isn't always easy for the 5th graders of Penn classroom. Work can be tiring, especially with all of its rules. Sometimes it's hard not to daydream of 5 p.m., when Penn class and the rest of KIPP is let out of school. Especially for Jonathan, who struggles with long division, it can be hard to know that his friends are excelling when he hasn't quite gotten it yet. But with a little help and a lot of hard work, Penn students solve that hard problem. And the 5th graders in Penn don't just give up once they achieve one goal. Penn class is curious and is always hungering for more. So 5th grade might be hard, and sometimes it's a lot about fitting in. But with best friends, supportive teachers, and a hard-working group around them, the students of Penn aren't afraid to stand out. Penn class has become more than just a unit. Each student is a story, and each story weaves together to create the unique, goofy, dedicated class that is Penn. KIPP's pride of 2024 wouldn't be the same without it.